The Active Trader Setups Installation Step-by-Step Instructions Help Guide for installing the components of the Active Trader Setups Trading Package. This video is brought to you by Active Trader Setups Trading Package, a day trader setups company. Please subscribe to our channel at youtube.daytradersetups.com while you're watching this video. This is our installation process and information page. Of course, the first thing you see is the link to this video. And we do ask you first to take the time to watch as many videos as possible from our YouTube training channel where you're at now. There's various watch lists on the channel, as well as you can link here over to our education page, and it has a place to join an email list that's just to be notified of our next upcoming live Q&A, which is open to the general public as well as clients, and new clients like to really attend those, as well as we have links to the general package education video watch list that are on the YouTube channel. A little quicker way to get there on this page, as well as at the bottom we have our latest videos come in fed down there on RSS feed, and you can subscribe, follow us on Twitter, and you can follow us on StockTwits. And be sure to sign up for that email list. That's the only thing we use that list for, is strictly to notify you of upcoming Q&A events. You'll want to watch as many of the training videos as you can on trading and training, and learn about the patterns that we're looking for, and that our scanners actually are looking for those same patterns as well. If you're asking yourself, what is the cloud, you're not ready to trade this system. So be sure to learn all you can about what we're trading and what we're scanning for. Now, you have to have the most current version of NinjaTrader installed. You can click right here on NinjaTrader. It'll take you to this page. Enter your email address. Do not select this download free market data. You're going to need tick data. And if you already have NinjaTrader, go over to your place you normally update, and you put your license key in. It's ninjatrader.com/platform direct. Takes you to this page. You load your license key in and click the button. It takes you over and you pick your version, and you go to your version. It tells you what the current version is. You want to always have the most current version of NinjaTrader installed on your computer. You can find under help your license key by clicking here, and by going to about, you can find the current version that you currently have installed, and that was 8.0.18.1 was what we just saw. Of course, you just download and follow the step-by-step instructions like any other installation. The next thing you need to have is a tick data plan. We use historical tick data, and the most reliable ones we found is Kinetic and IQ Feed. They're both run from IQ Feed. Kinetic is NinjaTrader's feed plan. You can get 100 symbols there, and if you want over 100 symbols, you want to go over to IQ Feed, and you get 500 symbols over there on their program. Now, I've tried some other tick providers, and they are not true tick by tick data, and this is what you need to get. This is the same price as the ones I tried with the IQ Feed. But you can click here to go to Kinetic, and they'll open up your Kinetic page, and you can sign up for $60 plus your fees for the 100 plan. If you're doing just futures now, there's some things you can check out about your futures data. That would be probably, you wouldn't need this plan if you're not trading any stocks. Now, for IQ Feed, we made an arrangement with them to get a 14-day free data feed for our clients. So if you sign up over there, if you use our link right here, or either on the icon here, to go over to their page and go through the sign up process over here, you have to use our link and then send me an email at support@activetradersetups.com with your email, and I'll let them know that you signed up over there, and they extend their 7-day free trial to a 14-day free trial, and they also waive their setup fee of $50 for our clients. They have to track you from this link, so when I send them your email, they have to know you came from as one of my clients. Their package runs $82 a month, and then you got to get your exchange fees. My bill runs right at $112 a month, I believe. And I have futures data as well, but I have the global configuration discount. Okay, now we're going to move on to the installation files. First thing I want you to do is open up your Windows Explorer, and let's create you a folder to put these in. You right click and find your Windows Explorer. You want to create a new folder, and we're going to name this folder ATS Files. So I'm in my Documents folder. I'm going to right click, New Folder. I'm going to name it ATS Files. And then once you do that, I want you to leave this open, because we're going to use it to move these files in we're going to download. And then you'll have easy access to them anytime you need them. You have them saved right to your hard drive. Now the process we're going to take is we're going to download each of the files that are located down below here on the page, and they're going to pop up like this, and located in the upper right hand corner is a little download image, and we're going to download, and then at the bottom, down in the bottom corner, we're going to have a prompt that's sometimes Google will say harmful, and you want to click on it instead of it'll say discard, and you want to say keep, and it'll go ahead and download it, and then you'll be able to click show in folder, and it'll pop the folder up with the file, and we're going to take that file and we're going to drag it over into the new folder we just made, and we're going to do that with each one so we have them all located in one place when we finished. And this is what they're going to look like in the folder, and we're going to move them when we get through. This is what they're going to be lined up in there. Now you got two different methods to get them over there. You can either right click, copy, and then go over in our new folder and paste, or you can say cut and get them out of that download folder and move them, and that's the way I like to do it. Now if you have any trouble with any of this process, you can email us at support@activetradersetups.com, and myself or one of my staff on the support area will help you out. So now we're ready to download and save those files, and they're all listed down below here. We have 4 indicators that are free indicators that we use on our charts, and then we have 2 parts of our installation process. It's our original version, and then our newest upgrades that we came forth with in June. And then we have a template folder with our workspaces and our chart templates, and then we have a futures workspaces separated, because sometimes we get futures traders that don't care anything about downloading all this, so we got those separated, and you're entitled to download both. Whether you use them or not, you still can look at the futures charts and maybe determine your day trading plan. So we're going to start with the one at the top. We click it, it opens a new window, and we're going to go over here and say download, and it pops the download. And then at the bottom down here, you can't quite see it, but there's a little box that shows the download, and you click on it and it says show in folder, and you're going to click show in folder. It's going to pop up and show that file we just downloaded, and I want to take it and right click, and I just want to say cut. I'm going to take it out of there, and I'm going to move it into our other folder we already have open, and I'm going to click in that folder, our ATS files that we already created, and I'm going to say paste. Now I've moved that over there. Then I'm going to go back to my web page and do the same thing for the next item. It pops up. We're going to download we're going to show in folder, right click, cut, go back to our original folder we're saving our items in, and paste. We're going to continue that process for each one of these items. Now, as I mentioned earlier, when you first click the download, there's a box will appear in the lower left right down below where my mouse is, and sometimes Google Chrome will give you a caution that you could be downloading a virus, and it'll say discard, and if you click on the thing you can say keep, and then it will bring you to the point of finishing the download. And we just continue the process to move them over to our other folder. Actually ran into one that gave me that message at the bottom, and it says download may be dangerous, and it has a discard button. You can't see that, but when I click on the up arrow I can say keep, and it'll go ahead and download it. That's what I was explaining to you. Now we had 7 files to download, and we now have our 7 files located in our ATS file folder, and that's where we're going to find those to install them in NinjaTrader. So now we're ready to install each of these files. You want to open your NinjaTrader and let it completely load and finish loading, and across the top you will see new tools, workspaces, connections, and help on the menu. And we're going to be using the tools menu, and we're going to click the drop down and go down to where it says import, and we're going to select NinjaScript. Then we're going to locate our folder with our ATS file folder where we just saved those, and one at a time we're going to install each one. Now sometimes you will be prompted, occasionally, not often, but sometimes you may have something on there that's got a later version of something that's in our install file. It may refer to a moving average or something like that, and if it asks you do you want to replace with the older version, you're going to say no. Most of the time you won't get any prompts, but that can happen. And then occasionally you'll get a prompt, do you want to continue, and you'll say okay. The final thing will pop up, and it will say that you successfully installed the script. That's what you want to get to, and it'll look just like this button right here. So we're going to install each of these files that we downloaded into NinjaTrader. Now I want to do them in the order that you see them here. They're alphabetical in your folder, so we want to use this page to follow along, and that's because we want to do our templates after we've installed our indicators. So we have our NinjaTrader open, and we're going to, here's up the top where I showed you your menu, new tools, workspace, connections, and help. We're going to go to tools. We're going to go down to import, over to NinjaScript add-on, get in our documents folder, find our ATS files folder, and once we're inside that, we're going to select each of these zip files. Remember, we want to do them in the order that they're on the web page. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to skip stock templates. We're going to do version 2, then version 3, then your templates, and then the TC bar profiler, which this is your stock templates and this is your futures templates. So you just got to skip stock templates as you work your way down this list. Now I cannot click install because all of these are already installed, but you want to run this process on each one of these. You hit OK and open. It'll finish the process. You'll see the success at the end, and then you'll go to the next one. So you'll be back to tools every time, down to import, over to NinjaScript add-on. It'll take you back to your folder again, and you'll select each one of these and work yourself down the list till you get them all installed. So once you've finished, you want to first go to on a chart. If you don't have a chart open, go to New, and I'll create you a chart. Any chart will do. I just want to, you have to have a chart, and you're going to right click and you're going to say indicators. And when it pops up, it's going to show you in the box ATS trading system, and inside there is a list of all these indicators. That was the version 2. The version 3 installation, everything is labeled ATS Inflection, ATS Chart Messages, ATS Chart Trader, ATS Volume Alert, ATS Volume Up and Down is what you should see in there. So you won't have the Auto Chart Trader, and you will not have the patterns. And that will be the items that were all installed. So you'll know they're all installed and ready to go. Now the next step is we got to get some workspaces. And when you go to your workspace folder, you're not going to see any workspaces other than what you might have already had inside your NinjaTrader, other than this default that you are probably working on as you did this installation. You want to go back to your Windows Explorer and go to your documents and go down and find NinjaTrader 8. And when you go inside NinjaTrader 8, inside your templates, we've added many templates inside here on this installation. But the main thing you need to do is look at workspaces, and inside your workspace folder, you're going to have a futures and a stocks. And you can go inside those folders, and all the workspaces are pre-built for the futures. We have 1 monitor workspaces, and we have 2 monitor workspaces. We have them with micro charts and without, and then we have a backup of everything. So you've actually got 2 backups. What you're going to do is choose if you're using 1 monitor or 2, and you're going to right click and select a workspace and say copy it, and then we're going to move it. I'm going to do it with the stocks. And then your futures scanners is just a 1 monitor on all systems. So that's your futures stuff. And then inside the stocks, we have again a list of a lot of workspaces, and we have backups for all of those. So you got double backups because you're not going to even use any of these. The first thing you need to get is new symbol data load. And then if you're using a 1 monitor or a 2 monitor, you're going to select a couple of those to get a look at. If you're trading very small price stocks, you'll want to use the 10 set with a small ATR. If you're trading bigger price stocks, you're probably going to want to run the 25. You probably want to get 2. So I'd get the 10 and the 25, or either the 25 and the 50. I use the 25 for trading high ATR stocks for day trading. If you're swing trading, you're going to go up to even higher. We got 50 and 100 layouts, and then we have them down here as well for the 2 monitor. And you're going to select the ones you want. So I would say new symbol data load you got to have, and you can hit your control key, hold down control, select stock scanner only. You want to do the one here without the 50. The 50 is the bigger trend setups on the higher ATR stocks. You can get both if you want. It don't hurt anything. And then go down and select what you think you'll be trading with. And you want to just right click after you select those and copy. And then you want to go up 1 level into your main folder for workspaces and just right click and paste. And then you'll have those workspaces where you can find them. Now what you've got to do after you do that is shut NinjaTrader down and restart it. When you go to workspaces, those items you just pasted will not appear in the list until you restart NinjaTrader platform. So you want to close it out, allow it time to completely shut down, and then restart. And when you restart, you're going to have those workspaces. Now, the first thing you want to do to get started is to get some data. So you want to go to the new symbol data load, and get that workspace open. Now, most of the charts in here are some long-term charts, but if you do not have data on this chart, then you are not connected. You need to make sure you're connected with a green light, and I'm connected to IQ feed and one of your connections. If you hadn't built your connections yet, you need to do that. And NinjaTrader has tutorials on how to do that, but it's pretty simple. You just go down to configure under connections. You choose the NinjaTrader, the IQ feed, double click it, it puts it in the bottom, and then you'll have some boxes like this over here where you'll put in your username and password and hit apply, and it'll build this for you. And then you can also have a check button if you want to connect it on startup. And I've got mine set to connect to IQ feed on startup. But if you do not have anything on this chart, especially these yellow dots going up and down, then you do not have, and these candles, you do not have a tick data connection, and you need to get that established and connected. Once you are connected and you have candlesticks and dots, then you know you're connected to a tick data. You want to go to this market analyzer and load symbols. Now, we have a getting started video that'll show you how to import some symbol list and some other items. But just to get you started right now, we want to get some symbols in here. So you go to add instruments and you can go down, say to the NASDAQ 100, and select those. Now remember, if you're on a Kinetic account and you have a 100 symbol account, if you connect to 101 symbols, it's not going to load your data properly because you've exceeded your limit. We have some pre-built symbol lists we can send you that divide them up. You can load 100 symbols, disconnect, reconnect, and load 100 more. And we'll explain more about that in the getting started video. But you want to load some symbols. I'm going to load a little shorter list here. And it loads them in and it starts loading data. And it's running tick data and it's loading what's required by this column of this cloud, which goes back 600 bars. So it's gathering tick data. You have to do this after hours. Tick data only goes back 8 days during regular session hours. So from 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time until 4 p.m., you can only get 8 days of historical tick data. Outside that period, you can load 180 days. So you want to do this symbol load. I like to do it once a week on 400 symbols. I do them 100 at a time and keep my data up to date, because even though I have a 500 symbol plan, if I go to pull up a stock in my list that I haven't looked at in 2 weeks, maybe it's on the news or something like that, and I go to pull it up and I haven't loaded it in 2 weeks, it's only going to go back and get the last 8 days data. So wherever my historical data file was from the last time I loaded that on a chart, forward to the 8 days I just went back, I'm going to be missing data. So I try to upload these. You don't have to watch it do it. You can turn it on, go eat dinner, go outside, leave the house, come back later. But once it loads, you'll have information over here, and it won't say loading anymore. And then you can click on the mouse on the top symbol in the list, and then you can delete them by holding the delete key down. You can rapidly remove all the symbols, and if you're on a IQ feed plan with 500 symbols, you can just load more in. If you're on a Kinetic with 100 symbols, then you'll need to disconnect, reconnect, and then load your next 100 symbol list. if you're looking at a stock that comes up during the morning, maybe catches your attention, and you want to maybe look at that stock during the day for trading, you need to load that prior to the market opening, or you're not going to have all the tick data to build these charts. Now, that don't mean you can't pull it up and look at a 5-minute chart, a 3-minute chart, a 30-day chart, a 30-minute chart. You can still do that. You just can't produce our charts and our indicators without the tick data that creates all these candles. And now you've got your package installed, you're building data, and once you build data, then you start the process of looking at charts and working with the other workspaces and learning how to read and learn about our system. And that'll be in your Getting Started video. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for installing our products. Be sure to email support if you have any questions. And be sure to sign up for the email list on the page so that you can be notified of live Q&As.